Hi, welcome. My name is Allison Miller, and I'm here today to share a short practice for building immunity with you. Please take a comfortable seat, either on a blanket or a small pillow, or you can even sit in a chair for this opening breathing. And legs can be crossed, or you can have one or both out straight, whatever feels better for your back body. Take a moment to find your sit bones. Try to feel weight equal into the sit bones and really let your awareness kind of slip down in to the lower body, weight down into your sit bones. Let your awareness shift now to your breathing in through the nose and out. Through the nose, be aware of that breath as it moves through the nasal passages. And particularly today, pay attention to that expansion of the lungs on the in-breath and the softening, the release of the lungs on the out-breath. You'll feel just the rib cage kind of settle down. So a little bit of an outward expansion of the ribs on the in-breath, a softening release as you breathe out. And it's important to note when it comes to building immunity that just this conscious breathing can be a huge component in building immunity. So just this opening of the lungs, a little deeper breath, and closing. What we're doing is really helping to massage our lymphatic system a bit by massaging the lungs against the thoracic duct. The thoracic duct is this area where lymph kind of collects before it moves out into the circulatory system. And the movement of the lungs is what moves it. There is no pump for our lymphatic system like we have the heart for the blood. So it is our movement of our breath and in fact of our arms and our legs and our body that is going to help to circulate lymphatic fluid and build immunity. So just a couple more of these conscious breaths to help circulate that lymphatic fluid around the body. And then we'll take our feet and put the soles of the feet together and let the knees be wide. This is one option for the legs, Baddha Konasana. You can hold on to the shins. If this is very uncomfortable as we move through, feel free to switch it up and just take the legs out long or stay in like a comfortable cross-legged seat, all right? And so soles of the feet together, knees wide. We're going to interlace fingers together here, and we're going to start to just kind of circle the bowl of the pelvis around like the base of a bowling ball here. We're just circling around on the edges of our pelvis, and go ahead and come back around in the other direction, finding just a little core engagement as you move around too. All right, coming to stillness. Keep the legs where they're at. We're going to inhale, take the arms up. As you exhale, just round, let the arms come forward, round the back a little bit. As you inhale, the lungs kind of act as a pump and lift you. As you exhale, the lungs kind of deflate and you come forward. Inhale, that filling of the lungs lifts you. Exhale, deflate. Inhale, this time as you exhale, twist to one side and slightly round forward. Inhale, we'll twist to the opposite side and slightly round forward. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale up, exhale. Let's just do one more time to the opposite side. And I might be moving a little faster than you like as we go through these. Feel free to modify and go at your own pace. Right hand's going to come down and tip to the right as you exhale. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, tip to the left. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Just going to do a couple more times here. helping to move that lymphatic fluid with this movement of the arms. We have a lot of nodes in the underarms and in the groin that we want to just kind of work into. Inhale, arms up. This time, as you exhale, we're going to sweep the arms forward, and then inhale, open up and out. You might start to get kind of warm doing these practices. We're helping to circulate and actually move vata, move wind out of the body too. Go ahead and reseat, kind of find center here for a moment. You can release the legs back to a comfortable position if you were in Baddha Konasana. Just a moment to notice. Notice sensation, vibration. All right, we're going to take one standing pose. So go ahead and set your blanket aside and come to standing. And let's use, if you've got one, you don't have to have one. If you've got a yoga block or just something a similar shape and size, this could be a thick dictionary, if anybody's got one of those anymore, just a thick book of some kind. And let's soften into the knees just a little bit. This is going to be a balance pose, so you might get a little closer to the wall if you choose as well. Let's start with the block on the outside edge of our right foot and soften into the knees a bit. And go ahead and take the left foot over the top of the right. And so the left toes are just resting on the block right off here to your side. And it can even be a little less extreme if the legs are too much of a balance for you. Just keep the feet on the floor and do the arms, okay? So with the legs right here where they're at, left leg on top, we're going to put left arm under. And you can either grab opposite shoulder, back of the hands together, or palms to touch. And when you inhale, you're going to kind of just lengthen the elbows up, open up, look up a little. When you exhale, try to squeeze the underarms and squeeze the legs together and kind of squeeze everything into the midline. And then when you inhale, release the arms a bit, straighten the legs a bit. And when you exhale, squeeze into the midline. On the inhale, there's a release. So this squeezing and soaking of the lymphatic, of the lymph nodes, is going to help to move the lymph fluid around the body. Let's just do one more. A little pause on this one with the breath out. Kind of hold yourself in that contraction. Tight, tight, tight squeezes. And then inhale. Just release. Taking a moment to breathe in through the nose and out. And we'll come to the other side of your block. Get set up to do the same eagle pose, Garudasana, on the other side. So soften into the legs and take the right leg this time over the left, any amount. And of course, if you're someone who practices and you want to wrap the leg all the way around, always take yourself there if you want to go deeper. And so as we're here, we're going to take right arm under left, either opposite shoulder, back of the hands, or palms to touch. There's no right or wrong. There's just whatever feels good for you. These will all work the same. And as you inhale, we're going to lift the arms. As you exhale, squeeze everything together into the midline. And there's a little bend of the knees and squeezing of the thighs together too. As you inhale, release, straighten the legs a bit. As you exhale, just pull everything into the midline. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more times. One more. And on this last one, maybe you just hold the breath out as long as it feels all right and squeeze the thighs together, squeeze the underarms in, and then release everything. Just roll out the shoulders a couple times if you like. And we're going to come around onto your back. Just a quick practice here to get the lymphatic system moving, get your body looking at and circulating that fluid around the body. So take the arms out to your sides into a T and go ahead and lift the feet up off of the floor. Just gonna kind of take the knees part way to the right now as the gaze goes part way to the left. And you can inhale, bring the knees to center, bring the gaze to center. And as you exhale, just a little bit to the left with the knees, a little bit to the right with the gaze. Inhale to center. And just keep going here with the breath a couple times, side to side. All right, inhale to center. Take the legs straight up to the ceiling for just 3-4 breaths here. Again, looking just for some redirection of fluid from the feet and the legs back down into the midline of the body, the thoracic duct. All right, go ahead and take the legs, bend the knees, hug the knees into the chest for just a couple of breaths here. And we'll release the legs. Take the arms out to your sides. Take just a few breaths here in Shavasana. And just notice any subtle shifts, any slightly different sensations or vibrations in the body. And just remembering these principles of just breathing and movement. Breathing and movement is what's going to help us bolster our immunity. Of course, eating the right foods, eating things that are fresh, local, and in season, eating healthy fats will help as well. Stay here on your backs in Shavasana as long as you can. When you're ready to come out, you can roll to your side. And carefully press up to seated. We'll bring our hands together at our heart, palms to touch. Thank you so much for joining me for this short immunity boosting practice. Namaste.